Hey, what's up, everybody? What are you doing? Maybe for the new people here, I should start by saying hello, I'm Zen, and maybe giving a little background on why I'm about to say what I'm going to say. It's not like I haven't said it 100 times before. It's not like we haven't had this conversation, which we've had, but nobody seems to pay attention or listen. But that's okay. We can do it again. Why would I be qualified to say anything on this? Let's say if I fasted on water for 43 days. I've studied health and nutrition for about 20 years, practiced many different dietary habits. I also studied language, etymology, a bunch of different things that go into why I might know something about nutrition. And about, I study culture enough to understand the silliness of these movements and new fad diets coming up the word deity, or God. And most of these diets are very new in our human experience. First, I'll just say this. Eric Dubay calls himself a vegan. Just stop it. Just call yourself a vegetarian and shut up. You're not helping. And I'll explain to you why I'm saying this. Oh, I was also a vegetarian for about a dozen years. 7 years, pretty hardcore, where I would be like, go to a restaurant and be like, if that food was anywhere near meat, I don't want it. Is the French onion soup? Is the stock chicken? I'm not touching it. Is it cooked on the same thing? If I was, I never got into the silliness of the vegan. I never got into the silliness of the raw, or the super silliness of the alkalinic deity clubs. They're all completely estranged from reality. And I'll explain further why. So, just as a redoubling my efforts, I've spent most of my last 20 years studying. Let's say if Eric studies the shape of the realm, and he writes all of these amazing books, and he does yoga, and he does his Tai Chi and all of this, that's his specialty. So stick to that. If you want to know about food and nutrition and fasting and Shivambu and things like this, I mean, I would, I don't know. I'm not saying this. I'd say most people that know me would say I probably know as much, if not more, than just about anybody on the planet when it comes to dietary things. As I'm sitting here drinking a beer at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday, out of a can of aluminum. Yes, that is indeed. And I know the problem here. I know the problem. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. That's for me to have qualms or quibbles about if I'd like to, which I don't. So let's address this idea that I have so many times, countless times. In fact, I used to have up maybe 20 videos on the subject. This was about 4 years ago, where the vegan train really started going and getting moving. I don't know how I'll explain this story, but let's go right to the baseline of this. What do we know about Hollywood? What do we know about the agendas they push? We know that 100% of them are not for your benefit. We know this. We know they're full of garbage. I mean, some of them play this little political game, and they might be a little more right about this and more. But what do they push? What are they always doing? They're always pushing an agenda that isn't theirs. It's part of a larger. I mean, they're selling you things in movies. They're selling you ways to be. They're selling you products. They're selling you an idea that's in almost every single situation is not going to be for you or your benefit. In fact, it'll be farthest thing from the truth. And everybody accepts this, except for when it comes to the green movement and the vegan movement. Two big things that Hollywood pushes all over your face every day. They've accepted the years past when Hollywood was full of nonsense. They accept the years past when the pharmaceutical companies lied. They accept the years past when the government was not on your side. Now all of a sudden, people have this short-term memory, like, oh, I don't even remember that. That Hollywood is now on your side when it comes to veganism. The government's on your side when it tells you what to stick in your body. Pharmaceutical companies are on your side because they want to save you, except for everything every other time. So now, if these people in Hollywood are pushing the green agenda, which is silly, it's like people that want to, you go get an electric car. You know, silly you are. You've done absolutely zilch, zero, none, no research whatsoever on what it takes to produce that battery or that chintzy car. You have no idea about what the technology is. You have no idea about the lithium mining. You have no idea how much more disgusting that is for the earth. Now, I'm not suggesting to go and start burning coal. Don't worry about what I'm just telling you what it is. So, and did you know where the electricity that you plug your car into, like it goes in there? Where do you think that plug right there is magic? Just walk backwards, follow that line all the way to where it's producing that electricity. What is it? Something like 98% of electricity is still made through coal. You're not magically getting it from, oh, you're going to get it from sunshine on those panels. How do they mine those panels for the cars or for your house? Those solar panels, what are they made of? How do they mine them? What were they using? Are they using solar panel to solar panel? No. How did they get the stuff out the ground? Now you're starting to see. All we're doing is we're changing the place of where something is. Well, the electric car is great. It causes no problems, except it actually causes way more on many, many, many fronts. So this vegan thing so they push the green agenda, they push the global warming. Oh wait, they changed that to climate change because no one can say climate doesn't change. So they've stuck you. No one denies it. They might have a different idea of how it occurs. Nonetheless, so that's they put you into these silly little these trappings. If you don't agree with veganism, then you hate animals and you want to kill everything. Except people don't take a look at the larger process and cycle of all of reality. So this vegan thing that is heavily pushed by Hollywood. Tell me again when Hollywood was on your side helping you. I'll wait. How long we got? Let me know about that. Because I know all of you hate Hollywood, yet you're sitting here going when they talk about going green and getting your electric cars and eating vegan. Vegetarian is not, look at, vegan is not vegetarian. Vegetarian is as vegan as you can get, I guess. Again, being vegan does not imply vegetarian. It does not imply living raw foods. It doesn't imply plant-based. Listen very closely what I'm saying. Veganism does not imply plant-based. If your diet is plant-based, go ahead and call yourself a vegetarian. Don't associate with that club of veganism. It's a cult. And why? Go into a store, find any products that you want that are labeled vegan. Go try it, go do it, and read the box, read the labels. There'll be so many things in there that you don't know what they are. But people say, I don't care. Did it harm an animal? No, but it was made in a factory and it's chemicals and it's this and that and things that we don't even really know about its effect on the human body, nor, I mean, we already know these chemicals are probably not going to be good. I mean, and really there isn't much when you, again, if we just backwards map everything, there's nothing really that's vegan. There's nothing really that's doing no harm to animals. I mean, this is not saying go and have a meat eating diet. Again, I was a vegetarian for a very long time. I just happen to eat what I want now. Because I also I understand like the larger scope of not only diet but oh, just the biology of the planet. You know, like what's going to occur when you take away this animal, or you start just eating these vegetables. Then now we're going to make people eat what, bugs? Is that okay? I mean, you're not watching the slippery slope of this vegan nonsense. It's to take away all options from farmers. So now you're going to eat plastic, and bugs you're going to eat bugs. Your system isn't supposed to. It's bones and weird stuff in there. You don't digest those, but other animals have different acids and things for their stomach to digest those things, which then in turn within that cycle. Now, and I'm one here to tell you, you can live your life on prana. Let's start there. Hey, you vegans? How about shut your mouth? Shut your silly little mouth. Go do a water fast with me. When's the last time you did? Distilled water too, huh? Oh no, you're gonna put salt in there? Go get some Himalayan salt. You sure? You live in the Himalayas? Nah, you don't, do you? You know, I mean, this having this conversation so many times, and then the funny part is no one listens to the whole thing. They'll have comment in the section in the comment section and just say they'll go off on some tangent that I addressed fully, completely, absolutely. Salt is inorganic compound, meaning it's not supposed to be in the human body. It's a poison. You get salt from foods. It's a different kind of salt. It's organic. It means there's a carbon bond and it's usable by the human body. They use the same name for one that is inorganic and a dead compound, and one that can be used by the human body. Same words, but one is, you say, oh, organic, inorganic, like you mean conventional? No, no, no. Look it up. It's a chemistry term. So there's the point is that this whole vegan thing. Hey, I'm not out here trying to hurt animals, but I understand the life cycle and how things function on a larger scale. I mean, should we be factory farming? No. Should we be eating meat every day? Absolutely not. Should you? Why don't you just go put your feet on the ground, breathe in the prana, stare into the sun, drink clean water, move around, get exercise, do all those things. Now, if you want to start shoveling things in your mouth, I'm going to guarantee those things would be the highest of the tree. You have the things in the air, fruits. You have the things on the ground, vegetation, perhaps animals on the ground that you might like. I mean, there might be some birds in there you want to eat, but generally speaking, if we're talking about fruits and vegetables, the easiest to access is the fruit. It's right there. Just eat it. There's some vegetation, and that's good for this constitution in the middle of the body. And then the lower part, you would dig down into the roots. And those roots are good for, oddly enough, for the lower part of your body, for the foundation, the base of your body. And what should you do with those roots? It's from the roots to the fruits. You would cook them. You would put them in water with some fire. Now, what has happened with the fruit? So the root, the thing in the sky, the fire thing in the sky, plus all the water that goes into that. That root is part of the same tree that the fruit is. That fruit is what the root would eventually become with enough fire and water. So if we take the root out of the ground, we put fire and water with it, and it extracts all of the nutrition from it. Nutrition comes from the word nut. So what's inside of a nut, it expresses itself into a tree, and that root word of nut is connected to lux, or light. So nutrition is connected to light and seed. What's up, Danny Skylark? Happy Sunday. Sunday. We said, why'd you say Green Day? Because I've been harping on the people going green and how silly it is. Or because of my cool green headband or my cool green background. I just, here's the thing is, go be a vegetarian. There's plenty of reasons to be a vegetarian. There's a good percentage of the population of the entire earth that has been evo-lacto vegetarian for a long time. It's nothing new. It's been going on for a very long time. Evo-lacto veggie heads. Evo-lacto means milk, lacto, and some eggs. Those eggs aren't living yet as a being, and that milk is a death-free food. Death-free is eggs, milk, and honey. But that's a longer talk for people because they're not going to understand it. It's a very long talk. I'll do another time, which I have before. But go ahead. You could be a straight vegetarian. There's lots of long-lived, healthy cultures that have done vegetarian. They wouldn't be very healthy living in a cold climate, though. Not a lot of vegetarians living in cold climates. I'll tell you that. Vegetarians live in warm climates where the fruit grows. Weird how that happens. Crazy, right? Go to the hottest places you can think of. A lot of vegetarians live there. You'd consider Brazil to be like you'd think of meat, and when you think of Brazil, right? No, they have a huge fraction of their. I think it's something 12 to 15% that are vegetarian. India is about 20 to 25% vegetarian, and they're very strict. They even have dry counties where they don't drink alcohol at all. They have most of them are evo lacto, meaning milk, butter, ghee. Ghee is it's a staple. Butter, uh, eggs perhaps. I don't know so much about the eggs, but you're wearing you're wearing your green hat. Eggs, milk, and honey. Yeah, I mean the original milk and honey was the pineal and the pituitary. The pituitary. That's the milk and honey. But then as we look at the rest of the body, the milk and the honey, uh, I guess you could call milk from a woman's breast the milk. Honey, because it's gold, it'd be like Shivambu Kalpa, like it could be urine. You could associate that with honey. Um, but yeah, this just do the vegetarian thing. Call yourself a vegetarian, Eric Dubay. Okay, buddy. Stop calling yourself a vegan. It's not helping. You're pushing people into that cult and that club that is a slippery slope to stupidity. You do an excellent amount of research, but you're not very well researched on this, and you've missed the major points. You've missed the boat on this one, bro. The association with Hollywood, the association with the agendas. You know for a fact, all of your books, everything you do is about these associations, these clubs, these cults, these. Yes or no? Yes, exactly. And you're not seeing it right there. You're not seeing the vegan agenda. Not to mention the amount of people that really have gone vegan, like went vegan. Like you've said you're vegan for 12 years, I think you said. No, bro, you've been vegetarian and you do healthy things. So remember that. Remember that you stay with your feet on the ground. You stay in a tropical climate, and you participate in reality. And your diet is not. It's whole living foods. I don't know to the extent of what you cook and what's raw or whatever. I don't know when you did what with that kind of stuff. But I'm betting you're not going to the store and getting your local vegan product. But the amount of people we can see, and you can look all over the internet. I've seen it happen countless times, countless times. Remember that dude running raw, Tim Van Orden? He was a oh, I'm vegan, I'm healthy, I'm doing this, I'm 40 something. Then all of a sudden he comes out a couple of years later and he's like, yeah, I was lying to you guys. I've been vegan and my health has went and deteriorated to dog shit. There are a lot of these that come out because everything, their bone density, their entire, it's a newfound fad because they're actually, when Eric Dubay says he is vegan, people are taking that as an immediate, well, that's a good idea. And when somebody goes, oh, go vegan, I don't want anyone's vegan products. If you have vegetarian stuff, you have living foods, you have came from nature, I'm all about it. But the vegan stuff, get it away from me. And when you say it, you're encouraging people to be part of that, to look for a box that says vegan. Let's look up all the chemicals. You want to do this right now? Should we just do this? It's on here. I don't have another computer here. Mm-hmm. Anyway, talking about you can appreciate all things and benefits. Yeah. You'd be wrong though. Go eat a bucket of crack cocaine. Go take a vat. Go jump in a vat of acid. Go be vegan long enough. It's not gonna change the matter. It's not gonna change the fact that you're eating plastic and chemicals. You know what I mean? Don't derail this, Danny. Um, so yeah, just stick to, if it has a seed and it's growing, and you're doing proper, your proper grounding with your feet, and getting the sunshine on your skin, and making neuromelanin through your eyeballs looking into the sun, and your brain starts functioning. You get melanin on your skin, and that's good. You get the sunshine, you get the earth, you start breathing right. Breathe that good ass prana. That's great. That's wonderful. I think people should do that. Eat the fruits, eat the vegetables. And I mean, I'm not gonna push anything on, if you don't want to eat animals, but it's going to be climate ridden. What part of the where's your locale? That's what you're going to be eating. Say it again. If you live in warm climates, you'll have access to foods that grow in warm climates. And when you get in the cold climates, those citrus trees are not going to be growing. You're going to be eating tubers. You're going to be eating meat. It's just a matter of the fact. And as a matter of fact, you don't live in the Himalayas, so stop it with the Himalayan salts. And not only not to further that, go do some more research on it. What they've come to the conclusion of how much fluoride is in that. Uh, yeah. You mean I hear you on one level, Danny, but you're not accepting reality. Go throw yourself in a vat of acid. Tell me you enjoy that. You're not. Go eat strictly chemicals. It's not what goes, what comes. That's just ignorance to reality. You're taking something to the nth degree that is not. You know, I mean, sure, having a vegan product here and there, it's not going to kill you, but if you stick on that course, and if you understand what its purpose is, just like every other fad diet, it's not for your health. Every other thing that Hollywood goes and pushes as an agenda, it's not good for you. You've said everybody knows this. So yeah, and okay. So how about She Legit? Where does that come from? Where does She Legit come? I don't see any out here. Or do I gotta go look for? I'm not saying it doesn't have value. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying, like, if it's not local and in your environment, if you don't live near salt, you know, why are you getting it? Do you live in Ireland? And if you live at the sea, I don't know anybody that's going out and drinking salt water. Well, I already know that's going to dehydrate you and seize your kidneys, and you'll die. I know this. And Danny, perception's not going to change that. Go eat it. Um, Go drink a bunch of salt water. That'd be nice knowing you. Your perception's not going to change the fact that salt water will dehydrate you to the point where your kidneys won't work, and you'll be on kidney dialysis, and you'd be dead in a couple of days. Perception's not going to change that. Not going to happen, bro. You have a dilemma with accepting reality. But anyways, yeah. So people need to give up the idea uh, that they're vegan. It's not helping. Don't go green. Don't be vegan. Be a vegetarian. Eat. If you don't want to drink unpasteurized raw milk, don't do it. If you don't want honey because you think it's evil, don't do it. If you don't want to eat eggs because you think you're killing chickens or whatever, I don't know, whatever you think's happening, don't do it. But don't, for whatever reason, become a vegan. You're not helping. Don't push it. Don't talk about it. Just say no. I'm not I'm like when I used to be a vegetarian, I would still make fun of vegans. Like you're an idiot. Stop it. That I'd piss off when I was a vegetarian. I'd piss off people that were omnivores and carnivore, more carnivorous people, and then even vegans would hate me. Yeah, piss them all off. So now I'm just an omnivore and eat whatever the hell I want, including I will eat some vegan products. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah, Danny, I don't know I don't know where cell salts have anything to do with what I'm talking about. Mental deficiency since birth can't always afford cell salts. Um, well, your body needs sunshine to. There's a few other things that happen with mineral deficiencies. But I thought you said your body makes everything, Danny. And the woman's body make everything. Your body produces a lot of copper. Interesting. Well, we'll save it. Let's save that conversation for another. Let me do. I'll do another show and have this conversation with you. But I just let me squash this one just so people can have it for the goofiness of vegan nonsense. Just stop calling yourselves vegan. Stop participating in the food that has it labeled vegan. Do any amount of research into how your green cars are made. How you stop just sitting there in fantasy world believing that vegan is going to save the world. That electric cars are going to save the world because quite the opposite. Those things are doing more harm than good. So good day, everybody. We'll chat soon. And if anybody has any idiotic comments, go ahead, write them afterwards, and I'll address them on another show or just make fun of you because you didn't listen to the whole entire thing. Talk to y'all soon. And Danny, I'll do another show. I'll come right back on. Bye, guys.